Alright YouTube, now that I've taught you how to chain, it's time to teach you how to single crochet, half double crochet, double crochet, and treble crochet. So let's get into this video. Alright, before I can begin teaching you it, for each initial stitch that I'm going to teach you, each one needs a different amount. Once you get to your final turning chain area on your initial chain, this was a chain 10 on each of these, but for the single crochet I had to chain one extra and then you skip the space. So on this one here, it's about 14 right now. So I would chain one extra here. There you go, now it's 15, but I would skip this 15th stitch and go directly into the 14th stitch instead. And for half double crochet, it's 2, double crochet, it's 3, and treble crochet, it's 4. So now let's get into teaching you how to actually create your first stitch. Alright, the first stitch you're going to learn now, and the most used stitch you'll probably use, is the single crochet here. And this stitch is mostly, it's like the shortest of the stitches I'm going to teach you and the tightest of the stitches. And the projects it's best for that you'll learn in future videos here are dishcloths, and it's also good for borders. So this is what it looks like as well. Now you initially I started here with an initial chain of 10, just like the same in this one, and with it, like I was saying before previously, you need to add an extra chain here. So this is called the turning chain. It's not used, at least in this stitch it isn't. You just ignore it. You don't go into this one. You don't work into it at all. You just leave it, so you count it here and you skip it, so you go directly into this next one, and you go insert your hook right into this middle top here. So you insert the hook, and then you yarn over. Now you'll have 2 loops on your hook there, and you yarn over and you pull through both of the loops. That's it. That's the single crochet. It's really that simple. Again, I'll show you. You insert into this middle loop, and not this front part here. You could do it this way, but I definitely prefer inserting into this middle one right here. So insert into it, yarn over. Now you'll have 2 on your hook, yarn over and pull through both of them. That's it. That's a single crochet. I'll do one more time for you, or 2 more. Insert. You only want to see that one loop on the hook. It's not like the loop like this, but you just want to see the one on there. Then you yarn over and pull the yarn right through it. Now you'll have 2 on your hook, and you yarn over and pull through both of them. Last time. Insert your hook through the middle one, yarn over, pull the yarn through the middle one you inserted, and yarn over for the 3rd time, or the 2nd time, and pull through both loops on your hook. That's it. That is the single crochet. Next up is the half double crochet. Now you know how to do the single crochet. Now I'm going to teach you how to do the half double crochet. It's not much harder. It's pretty much the same difficulty level as the single crochet. It's just one extra movement. And this stitch, you can tell from it's not as tight, but it's a little bit taller. Just a size comparison of them. It's a little bit taller than the single crochet, not by much. And it's not as tight as it, but it's good for baby blankets and headbands, and those are just what I've used it for. So yeah, let's get into it. With the half double crochet, similarly with the single crochet, instead of chaining one extra for your turning chain, you just chain 2 extra. So 2. Now you count these 2, 1, 2, and you don't insert into them. You insert into this third one there, which is where my fingers are in between there, that loop right there. So for the half double crochet, you don't just insert into it like with the single crochet. Firstly, you yarn over onto your hook, then you insert into the third one away from it after you counted 2, since you chained 2 extra. Then after you insert, you yarn over again, and now you'll have 3 loops on your hook. You yarn over and you pull through all 3. That's it. Not much different than the single crochet, so I'll show you it again a few more times. You'll go up to here, yarn over first, insert your hook into the middle, yarn over again, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 3. So yarn over, insert, yarn over, 3 on the hook, pull through all 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, insert, yarn over again, 3 on there, yarn over, all 3. Last time, yarn over, insert, yarn over, 3 on there, yarn over for the last time, and go through all 3 of them. That's it. That is the half double crochet. Next up is the double crochet. Next up is the double crochet here. Now let's compare the size of it real quick to the half double crochet. You can see a big increase in the stitch height there and the single crochet. It's the same amount. I did this exact same amount, and that's how much difference there is in yarn usage. If I place it on top, you can see a big difference in the amount of height. So now then, the half double crochet is a good bit taller like I just showed, and it's good for blankets, not baby blankets, just regular blankets you'll be making for yourself, or throw blankets or huge bed blankets, as well as scarves and cardigans, and my favorite is granny squares is what it's really nice for, and some lacy sort of patterns as well. those are the good sort of projects to use it for, but I'd recommend granny squares for sure, and I'll be showing you those up in a couple more videos. So let's get on to it. An initial chain of 10 here, just like before. And with this one, you chain 3 for your turnings. So 1, 2, 3. So you count the 3. 1, 2, 3. You don't go into it. You don't go into the third one that you counted. You go into the fourth. But just like with the half double crochet, you yarn over first. Now you insert into that fourth one away after you counted the 3 chains that you just added. Now you yarn over, pull through, and you'll have 3 on there. You yarn over and pull through the first 2 on there. Then you'll have 2 loops on there like a single crochet, and you'll yarn over again and pull through both of those 2. That's it. So you yarn over, you insert, make sure you get it all. When it breaks like that, you don't want to do it, you just want to get it all. It keeps it looking nice. You yarn over again, 3 on there, yarn over, go through the first 2, yarn over and go through the last 2. That's the double crochet. So yarn over, you insert your hook, you yarn over again, you go through the first 2 and you go through the last 2. Yarn over, insert, yarn over again through the first 2, and yarn over through the last 2. One last time. Yarn over, insert, yarn over. Now this is where it differentiates from the half double crochet. You don't go through all 3, you just yarn over and go through the first 2, and yarn over and go through the last 2. That's it. That's the double crochet. Next up is the treble crochet, the last stitch I'm teaching you in this video. Now then, the last stitch I'll be teaching you is the treble. This one is very much taller. This is the tallest one I've taught you so far. I mean, look at how much taller that is than just the double crochet here. And this is the single crochet, like the same amount of stitches I used for it. I did the 10 for it on the initial chain count, which for this one, when you do that, these 2 do use the double crochet and the treble. These first ones can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So your chain 4 that you do for your turnings counts as 1 on these. So you should really chain 9 if you wanted to get 10, but I chained 10, so I ended up with 11. But this stitch is good for more scarves again, and summer tops and whatnot, or maybe blankets as well if you want, but they'll be blankets like this, so very lacy patterns as well. Now let's get into how you do it. Got your initial, I've got my initial chain 10 here, which will give me 11 after you do your plus of chaining 4 for your turns. So 1, 2, 3, 4, count back 1, 2, 3, 4. You don't go into it, you go into the 5th one here. But for this one, unlike with the double crochet, this time you yarn over twice before you do it. Now you insert your hook into that 5th one away. Now you yarn over and pull through. You will have 1, 2, 3, 4 loops on your hook. Go through the first 2. Now you'll have 3. Go through the first 2. Now you'll be left with 2 and go through the last 2. That's the treble. Again, yarn over twice. Insert your hook. Pull through. You'll have 4 on there. Yarn over and go through the first 2. Yarn over and go through the next 2. And yarn over and go through the last 2. See how much it uses a lot more yarn. That's why you get these bigger gaps. And like I said here, this chain 4 counts as 1 pretty much. So this is the first one you did, but this turning one you shouldn't count it, but it makes it look like there's 1. So you still have to, you'll still be inserting into it. It'll appear that way with this connection there, but I don't think you really do. It just fills that space. Yeah, yarn over twice. Insert. Yarn over and go through the first 2. Yarn over and go through the next 2. See, I accidentally went through 3. And the last 2. Again, over twice, insert through it. Now through the first 2, through the next 2, and through the last 2. One more. Over twice, insert. There you go. Go through the first 2. Go through the next 2. And go through the last 2. That's how you treble crochet. This is what it, well, that's all I've got for you in this video. You've learned how to, I hope you've learned how to single crochet, half double crochet, double crochet, and treble crochet. In the next video that's in the playlist, I'll be teaching you how to build your rows, which is how you'll start a whole finished row instead of just the initial stitch there that I taught you. And then you'll learn how to fasten off, weave it in, count the rows. Yeah, so if you were interested in learning that, watch the next video. If you liked and enjoyed this one, just leave a like and comment down below. Peace out.